fifth point, there's a few aspects to this one. So continuously improving your product. I think that, I guess this came from like what your product looks like today won't be what your product looks like in 5 years' time. And if it is, you won't have a sustainable business behind it. You need to keep focusing on continuously improving your product and continuously improving your business. So likewise, your product won't look like it does now in 5 years' time, neither will your business. So there's a few aspects here. I guess the first one I would encourage you all to do, because maybe like you are already here, but just become an expert in the area that your business works in. So that may well have been like why you started the business in that area in the first place. That is great. Don't get distracted in all of the other aspects of running a business. Don't forget to sort of keep your expertise up, like keep your interest in that area, become an industry leader in that area. People will listen to you, and it will help your product, and it will help your brand. Likewise, if you get to the point where you're sort of being successful enough, you need to recruit people. Certainly in the early days, like the primary thing to test is whether people are interested in the subject matter that you're working in. So one of the later slides talk about if people spend 20% of their time at work doing something they absolutely love, they'll be significantly more motivated. And so if you're working in an area where you're an expert and you really like that area, you will be significantly more motivated.
I think the last point of view is to collect feedback. Like, for me, everyone knows I'm going to send a feedback form at the end of this thing, but it's one of those ones where feedback closes the loop from thinking I think I'm putting out great stuff to how is it received from my customer. Does my customer experience me putting out this great stuff? And if they're misaligned, then I've now got an opportunity to see where I can improve. And if I am going on the right track, that means I know I can now double and triple down in that direction. And so it's just a really clear signal instead of you doing guesswork to find out how you should be continuously improving your product or what's important. It's like, just listen to your customers, and your customers will always tell you what's best almost.
Yeah. And the last sort of quick point on this is how do you actually do it? Like, make sure you're splitting your time sort of between operational stuff of running your business and then this sort of continuous improvement side. I guess you're unlikely, any of you, as I'm not, to be in a position to be able to do this, but a really obvious example is one of the CEOs of Brewdog has two separate desks. So he has a desk where he does his operational day-to-day stuff, and then when he needs to do his longer term project improvement work, he goes and sits somewhere else. I'm guessing you won't be in that position, but you might be able to do something equivalent in terms of just change the environment that you're working in.